Alright everyone, welcome back to another episode of No Man's Sky. As always, I'm Captain Beefy with the Game Vault. And today we're going to take a look at these puppies right here. All these beautiful purple X modules. And we're going to take a look at how the update has changed them, if it has changed them at all. If you recall, we did some major work with these things before and got like the highest ones I could find and put them in, copied them, duped them and all that, and put them in there. So one by one, we're gonna just go through and see if any of these beats the current level on these things. Let's take for instance, we'll start with the infrared or the infraknife module, right? Heat dispersion 12%, damage 6, fire rate 14. That was about the best I found. Now we got a couple of them pumped up here in those boosted ones, but I'm going to leave that one down there just so we can see if there is an improvement over what we have. And if you look now, we're at 73,000 DPS. That's huge. That's a lot of damage we're inflicting in short order there. So that's one we're going to start with, and we'll go through each one. For the Pulse Engineer, we got 25 fuel efficiency, maneuverability 18, boost 30, 317 on the hyperdrive range. Of course, the warp cells 100. Shield strength's 38 across the board. And down here we've got 24 launch cost negative and a boost of 10%. And for the phase beam, we've got 31% damage and 97% heat dispersion. So I think those are all the ones we're going to do, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So 6 different ones. So I'm going to start unwrapping these things, and we'll take a look at each one afterward and see how we do. So stick around. This ought to be good. Alright, so we went through 60 of these infraknife modules. And we ended up coming up with 3 different ones, actually, that are better. But not by much. So the old one was a 14% fire rate, 12% heat dispersion, 6% damage. The newer ones, it goes up a point in heat dispersion and fire rate, so not a significant difference. I imagine no change has occurred since this update, because I didn't see any of these with anything significant, even in one stat. There was nothing that was like 20% dispersion or 20% fire rate or 10% damage. None of that. So it's going to sit pretty much where it is right now. So we can go ahead and remove these other ones. And then we'll just put those in. We're sitting at a 27 DPS right now. I don't know how much it's going to go up. Remember, it was at like 75 or 79 before, I think. So anyway, it was 76. Okay, so now we're at 76,000 DPS. I think it was like 75 and change last time. So not a big change, an awful lot of work for a little bit of reward there. So not sure if all these other ones are going to be the same way. I will look through them and we'll check it out and see what's going on. So we'll be back. Alright, well, we tried the same thing with the warp drives, and none of them even came close to the 317. I think the closest we got was 307 with one of them, so that one also looks like it's going to be a fail. Let's move on. Alright, I know what you're thinking. Why you had a pirate station? You had all those things cloned, and you were, breaking them down, and, well, there was no significant changes on anything, really. A point here, a point there, but it really doesn't look like there have been any major changes with the update. But those were all things that I already had, so I'm kind of curious to see. We'll get what we can here. We got some hyperdrives, infraknife. Alright, we got some of those. So these are brand new ones that we didn't have before. Maybe, you know, buying new ones, they'll have a new pool of numbers to draw from. I really don't know. So we're going to go back and we're going to try it out and see what happens. So I'll see you there. Well, it doesn't look like that worked either. So we're pretty much stuck with the ship as it is. But, you know, hey, that's okay. We've done some serious upgrades to it. In fact, we're going to pull up the old spreadsheet from the video that did I don't know, a week or so ago. There was one that we did that discussed the different ships, all 6 different types, and we kind of min-maxed them to the best of our abilities based off what we had there. So I'm going to pull that up now. We're just going to take a look and see just how much further along this ship has come since then with this new update, you know, where and when. And I guess, you know, with these little slots in here, you got to really decide what's important to you. You know, what's the most important things on your ship that you're going to want to increase, right? So going back to our exotic, post all the updates last time around, we had a damage of 351.7. So as you can see, that's gone up significantly. I don't know if the phase beam had anything to do with it. I guess we could pop it out real quick and see if it goes down. 401. I don't think it affects it. Yeah, it doesn't really affect it. Okay, we'll go ahead and install it back in. So yeah, before we had a 351.7 and now we're a 401.6. The shield strength prior to this was 414.9, so that's only gone up a little bit. Hyperdrive range 2234.9, that's remained static, and the maneuverability has gone up a little bit. It was 1016, now it's 1048.6. Now the big difference here is prior to this update, the DPS on the exotic ship was 35,000. So that's more than doubled with this update. Now, of course, we've got 3 slots real close to each other, and we put these nice beefy upgrades in there to really give it some kick. So what we're going to do is we're going to hop in this ship real quick, and we're going to try out this new Infraknife because I'm kind of excited about it. That thing's definitely got some oomph to it, you know? And if you remember before, we were melting ships pretty quick. Well, I have a feeling we're really just going to rip through them now, and it's going to be kind of embarrassing. So what we're going to do is we're going to go off and find a planet with some pissy sentinels on it, get them stirred up, and we'll engage them in combat, and then I'll pull you back, all right? So I'll see you in a couple seconds. All right, while we're hunting for some sentinels, and I just found the way to get them right there, I wanted to show you real quick the scatter blaster. So I went ahead and put the scatter blaster right here. Puts our damage potential at 19,542, which is pretty sick, right? Look at that. Look how fast it fires. That's absolutely insane. Come on. Yeah. That's pretty sweet, man. Alright. So the scatter blaster looks good, but that's not what we're here to test out. We're here to test out the ship. So let's test out the ship. Come on, Sentinels. There we go. And I think we will dismiss our squadron. And we'll engage these guys on our own. It's a lot of damage. That almost feels like pre-waypoint damage. Actually, it kind of is with those three things in those slots, you know? Let's go up a little higher into the out of the atmosphere. All right, you guys, you want to play rough? You want to play rough? Yeah. Pretty brutal. Pretty freaking brutal. I'm loving it. Another little round of these guys here. Here they come. Oh my goodness, yeah. Absolutely loving it. Just tearing them up. Go ahead and switch to the phase beam now. Even though we don't need to, I just want to... we don't even have it boosted, but what the hell, we're going to replenish our shields anyway. Ah, man. It's devastating. Absolutely devastating. Alright, this next match, we're just going to hold down on the gun. And I want you to see how quick it, when it overloads, how quick it comes back online, because it is fast. Alright, here we go. I'm just going to let it run. Not overloaded yet. Not yet. Now we're overloaded. Now we're not. Almost instantaneous. Alright, buddy, come here. Shields back. Here we go. Finish you off. So I think we're getting the big guy now, right? Yeah, this will be fun. Knock out those guns. Oh, it feels like there's a lot more of them, doesn't it? Holy cow. I'm going to swing out a little bit. A little shield back. There we go. Polish these guys off. Alright. Where are all these? Okay, there they are. One up front there. Looks like that side of the ship is pretty clear. Now we'll take care of the sentinels. Get our shield back. There it is. Alright, this is all on normal setting with this character. So this isn't like the permadeath setting or the super hard or anything like that. I'm gonna come in now and try and take out whatever guns are left on here. There we go. I think that pretty much does it for the big guy, huh? Anything underneath it? The ship is dead in the water. Alright, well, you know, so the X upgrades, I guess there's no change on that. I thought they were making some sort of change on that, but I guess that's not a thing that's happening. So we learned that today. Save you the trouble of looking and seeing if you can do it. If anything changes, I'll keep my eyes and ears open within the community, and I'll let you know with another video. But it's good to see that, ooh, missed the gun, but it's good to see that we've got this kind of firepower back with our starship, because, you know, it wasn't bad after the nerf, but it definitely was nowhere near as awesome as it used to be. So thanks for joining me. As always, I'm Captain Beefy with the Game Vault. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel, ring that bell for notifications. Let me know down below what you thought of this video. I was hoping for some better upgrades. I got little minor things, a point here and a point there, nothing really to get excited about. But those supercharged slots, man, they made a difference, not only in the spaceship, but also on my scatter blaster, on my multi-tool. That thing was pretty damn powerful. Now I guarantee you farming sentinels is going to be a breeze with that weapon. That's just going to be, yeah, I'm just going to cut through them like a hot knife through butter. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, do so. Ring that bell for notifications. I put out videos daily. And don't forget to share us on social media. It is always appreciated. I will see y'all next time.